Hi, it's NuWave Oven Recipes, and today I'm going to be grilling salmon burgers in the NuWave Primo Grill Oven. So we're going to get some nice grilled salmon burgers indoors, and we're going to get started with that right now. Alright, so what I have here for this cook, I've got one large egg, I've got 2 cans of pink salmon I've already taken out and put into this bowl here. I've got 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, and a half a cup of breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs. So what I'm going to do now, this time I'm going to mix my egg up. Sometimes I do these, I just throw the egg right in. This time I'm going to mix the egg up, and then I'm going to basically mix all the other ingredients together, and then I'll pound out my salmon burger patties and get them onto my NuWave Primo grill plate. So I'm going to just finish mixing things up here. Get that egg in there. Just start mixing a little bit. Just getting it mixed up into the egg good. Now I'm going to throw in my lemon juice next. Just get that mixed in there good. Then I'll throw in my Old Bay seasoning. I'll mix that around some. So try and mix it up, get it in there good. Mix it in there some more. Old Bay gives things a little bite, you know. It gives a little sharper taste, sharper flavor. Heats it up a little bit. Get that mixed in. Now we'll take our breadcrumbs and we'll shake those in. They almost remind me of cereal, you know. I think if they had a little sugar, breadcrumbs, you know, basically are like cereal. Mix it up here. Just use these to help bind things together, soak up some of the moisture. Make it easier to pound these into respectable burger patties. So just throw the rest in there. Now I'm just going to finish formulating patties and mixing things up some. And this is some quick work, you know. Anytime you want a quick meal, it doesn't take long to put together some salmon burgers, some patties, and pound them out. This is a quick meal. It doesn't take very long to do. So almost done here with mixing my breadcrumbs and my other ingredients. Alright, now I'm going to try and see if I can get them formulated into patties at this point. I've got a little fell on the counter. It's okay. I'm going to be cooking them. You know, I always cook my food to pretty well done anyway, so we can get a little off the counter. But I'm going to make myself about 2 salmon burgers. I'm just going to go off the eyeball and just grab when I can to put my patties together. So we got 1 patty here. Got that together. I'm just going to put that on the grill plate. I'm going to form my second salmon burger patty. Get this together here. Get all my meat. And salmon burgers just taste really good. They're, you know, healthful meat salmon there, so it's good stuff. And get this finished put together. A little of my excess meat there. Alright, I think I've got these salmon burgers pretty well put together respectably. Now that I've got my salmon burgers together, get them on my grill plate of my NuWave Primo. I've got a meat probe here in the Primo. I'm going to slide it into this salmon burger right here. We'll try and get it deep in there, like that. Because we're going to be cooking the tip. Although, you know how I do, I always cook to the higher end of temp. So although salmon is cooked to about 145, I'm going to be going just a little over because that's just how I do. But I'm going to be cooking these using basically temperature cooking method. And so to start, I'm going to turn the NuWave Primo on. I'm going to turn temperature all the way up to 400 degrees. I'm going to max out 50% top and bottom heating elements. And now I'm going to hit the probe button. I'm going to set it up to 150, so just 5 above regular well done, because I just want to make sure that they're really well done. That's how I do. So what I'm going to do, once I hit start, I'm going to let them start cooking. I'm going to let the temperature in there in the meat get up to 135 degrees. Once it gets to 135, I'm going to flip them. When I flip them, you should see some sear marks, and then after they're flipped, let them cook out the last 15 degrees up to 150 on the opposite side. And that should, Lord willing, give us grill marks on both sides. I've been using that method with various meats and it works out really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and start. We'll let that cook. I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, things are well over 135 in there. I'm going to have to get in there quick. It's moving up fast. Moving up real fast. Well, I don't know what button I hit. I'm going to have to try and gingerly flip them. I got a little sear. I'll be careful, things are hot. I'm losing that one. He kind of fell apart on me. Just press them in. Try and get them back together. Maybe I shouldn't have flipped, but it's okay. It's kind of hot, but I can touch it for a quick sec to try and get my burger patty together. Alright. Let's see where we're at now. Looks like it's thinking it's 98 degrees in the meat. So I think my meat probe may have broke out of the meat too much. Let's see what we can do. Try and form them together better. Just put it over in this other one. The probe's kind of a little hot, but it's not too hot for me to touch it. And just use that one. That's better formed to help us gauge our temperature, but I think it just runs down real fast, so just go ahead and hit start again. Try and get some sear on the opposite side. I'll just let it go to basically, well, it's saying that it's like 80 now, but I think it'll come back up. When it gets to, I think at 145, I'll just stop it when it reads 145. But I'm not really sure, you know, what I might have hit by accident, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, turn it on, kick it back up to 400, hit the probe, just go 145, start. So yeah, it's at 80 degrees. So we'll just let it go ahead, finish out, and it'll be a perfect 145, and then we'll enjoy these salmon burgers. So things are getting close to the 145 mark. I don't know if you can see the one that I had the meat probe in earlier. It's looking like since that meat got broken up, it's getting really well cooked over there on that one. This one here, I think since it was held together, you know, that interior is taking a little moment to cook, but it's getting very close. Alright, so things have hit 145, gonna stop it. And here we have our salmon burgers. Alright, I'm just gonna throw some cheese on top of this one. That'll be our taste test subject since it held together. And gonna get the meat probe out of here. Alright. Alright, just going to stick the dome on for a moment just to melt the cheese up a little bit. Alright, so let the cheese melt for a moment there. I've got my homemade bread as always. And going to stick the salmon burger right there. I'm going to use a little tartar sauce and a little mustard for this salmon burger. So just going to get that on here. You can see this one, you know, he got a little overcooked some, but I'll take care of eating him later. I don't think he's going to be that bad. But we'll eat the one that stayed together here on camera. Get a little mustard on it. Alright, there we go. Our salmon burger. And going to put that bread on top there. So let's get the camera moved and do a taste test. Alright, here's our salmon burger. So let's do a taste if I can fit it in. It's so big. Alright, for this salmon burger grilled, the exterior has a nice little crunch to it, but the interior is moist. So it's a nice little crunch, nice little bite going in, and then the inside is very moist. So it turns out real nice. You get your sear on both sides. And so, you know, these salmon burgers turned out pretty good, and I definitely like what the Primo does. So, you know, using that meat probe, you can just basically gauge how far to cook each side. You know, just cook one side up to about 135, flip. You can do the other side, you know, up to your target temperature with most meats, and it turns out real nice. So anyway, you can find this, other heating instructions and recipes at superwaveovenrecipes.com. Always come to this YouTube channel through waveovenrecipes.com. On Twitter and Instagram at waveovenrecipes. Also have a podcast now at anchor.fm, and I'll have the address on screen for you. So that's the Wave Oven Recipes podcast. You can also get that through many of your major podcast providers like Google Podcasts and Pocket Cast and Spotify and all of those. You know, just look up the Wave Oven Recipes podcast. Also, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend. Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and good eating.